welcome back to my channel. And to something I haven't done in a long time, although technically it wouldn't be an after work vlog where I'm leaving work. What I've done is I just left to my local Five and Below and bought a mount for my phone to go in the Nissan. Didn't exactly want to buy this type, which is the same one I got on the truck for now, and it's because it's got that gel stuff, which is great because you can mount it anywhere and it'll stick. The only thing about it is it does make a mess. I have learned not to put it on glass because it made a mess on the C10 where I had the one on there. Well, even on the Jetta, it gets hot, the gel stuff part just comes off, and after that the suction cup part ain't even no good no more. Although I did buy a second one, which the same was what I got on here for the C10, and that's what I use in the C10 when I do the video vlogs. But I really wasn't worried too much about it because I know I was going to be doing some upgrades. Excuse me. Which is part of what I'm going to be talking about on this vlog. If you've seen the video, yes, I have another truck. It's a wrecked 1500. Now, here's the funny thing. Well, I found it on Facebook Market. I was like, well, there is all the parts I'm going to do on the truck, but the cab looks so good. Well, maybe I could do a Savage title or something, because I already know it probably didn't have a title. So yeah, he got it from one of his buddies that wrecked it, totaled it out. Although when I was telling him, I'll get it because I thought it was a good price, because overall, what I'd be pulling out of pull-apart to do what I want to do on the C10, this size, everything I got it, and it'd be a lot cheaper that way. So I asked him, hey, do you have any other parts you want to sell off that truck? And he said, well, I got a frame I'll let you have if you want it. So I told him, yeah, I'm looking for a frame. I didn't know it was a bent frame, although it's got the part that I want. It's got the front end, but it don't have the rear end. That's okay. I'm going to work my way around this. I'm going to put that suspension off of that 2000 Chevy 1500 4x4, which is funny because sorry, I'm going over a bridge, so the road is not the best, so the video is going to be a little shaky. But yeah, I'm going to figure out how to get the suspension. Now, I thought about combining that frame with mine. Looking at it, there's so much damage. I thought that most of the damage was on the back. I figured, well, maybe I'll get it front. And as I'm moving the old bumper out of the way, there's more damage on the front. So, but the suspension is good except for the front diff. Front diff is, I thought it was cracked, but it looks like it might be broke all the way around. But all the rest of the parts is good. Now, don't fret about the diff. I've already bought a replacement diff for it. All I gotta do is figure out how to get on it. Like I said, I thought about those two frames together. Finally, I've pretty much decided what I'm gonna do is take the good parts off of it and do the same thing I'm going to be doing with the cab. Take the good parts and make it work on what I already got. Now, see on the video, the front bus radiator core support. Of course, that thing got totally demolished. Well, I found a guy on Facebook, which I had it saved, that had a core support come off of the 2000 1500. like, he's asking one price, so I told him, hey, will you take this, which I think is like $40 less than what he has asked in price, and he said yes, I'll take it. So I bought it from him, which is great. It was a radiator core support, some of the hoses, even some of the wiring, which now I got 2 sets of wiring for the headlights and stuff. And it talks about it had headlights. What it is, it comes with the headlight mounts, not the headlights themselves. And I've always thought, you know, I'd like to upgrade the headlights to work with the newer ones. So I'm like, well, I'm going to use this radiator core support, because my radiator on the core support on the C10, it's not the best. There's parts rusted out, stuff like that. So I'm going to fix it with a 2000 a bit. I've already purchased headlights to go into the core support. So I'll have to get the lighting, which I'm going to be doing is the wiring harness. That way I don't have to adapt the wiring harness to work with the original lights. I'm upgrading the lights. I'm just going to get everything to modify the work on the front of the truck, which I'm changing the whole front end anyway. So yeah, it's going to work out for the best. Not quite sure how I'm going to do it, but I will figure that out. I don't know why they're waiting. Come on, y'all go. Y'all go. They're turning, so technically I got the right of way and people's probably going to get ticked off, but these people have been sitting there for 10 minutes before I got this red light. So I'm letting them go. Once this other truck goes. The ones behind me, like I said, probably a little upsetting. Anyway, part of the things it's talking about is I pretty much decided what I'm going to do on that truck. Here's the thing. I did talk about doing a salvage title and stuff like that. So I've done a history report on the cab. I told the guy, you know, it don't matter. I'm either going to use it for parts to fix my truck, or, you know, maybe I'll fix that up. And the weird thing about it is, when I research it, it comes up what it is with no accident reports. And this thing is obviously totaled. So I'm trying to figure out how did this guy get by with not. So I'm wondering if the one that originally owned it maybe not had the insurance or anything when he totaled it. So that's what it is. So anyway, people got the good parts off of it, and I'm going to get the good parts. The interior, I love the interior. There's one little rip on the driver's side, which I'm not too worried about. It's a lot better shape than what the interior of the seat was I originally had in the C10. Do got the bucket seats now, but I'm taking down those holes because that's my 60/40 bench that I wanted in the C10 in the first place. There is a few things I'm going to need to work fixed, but that's okay. So I'm going to be modifying it, and I'm actually going to modify it where it'll work on the C10, because there is some rust in the floorboard on the driver's side of the C10. And there's nothing wrong with that 2000 floorboard. So I'm going to cut the two together and weld them together. Side glass window on that truck is beautiful. I need a new side glass window. Now that window won't go right into the C10 yet. I'm going to cut the back of the cab and I'm going to weld it on there. I'm thinking about cutting the top part of it off, because there is parts where my C10's got a little ding in it and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about, well, I'll cut the top section of it and weld it. And what I'll probably do is just as a cover. So not actually cut anything major on the C10 cab, just cut that up and weld it over my existing stuff. Make sure I cut, you know, protect it so no rust and stuff can get in there and get it sealed. And I already got seam sealer that'll seal it up. But yeah, even though it's probably going to really pain me to do it, I'm going to be cutting up that perfectly good 2000 cab, which is pretty much just a total junk anyway. And I'm going to fix up the C10. Here's the thing, the doors on that C10 are not C10, the 1500 are really, really good. Just the driver's side has no window because it got busted out. I don't know. I thought about gutting it out so I can fix my C10 doors with it and kind of converge those two together, but I don't know, because I could sell those doors and probably get most of my money back, or part of my money back, lower the cost of this swap though then, on which rest of the swap I guess I should say. Well, more, because the cab, I bought the cab. The frame and stuff I got free, so all the suspension stuff didn't cost me nothing. Anyway, that is something I got on the works. I've been trying to plan it. I've had some sleepless nights because just trying to figure out how I'm going to do stuff. And it's rained every day. Today is the first time it hasn't rained in about, well, since I actually got the truck, which is about five days. It is cloudy, and I was checking the weather. They are calling for thunderstorms tonight. Speaking of storms, this brings up to the second thing I was wanting to talk about. About 3 days ago, Miami 4, we apparently had a big storm come through. Got up, my motorcycle was laying on its side. It got damaged. Well, I fell over before. Last time it had a handlebar bent, which the reason I had to replace it in the first place is because it just landed over and it landed on my truck. Well, this time there was no other vehicles around, but it looked like a football player just decided, hey, that is a target, I'm going to tackle it. So yeah, the body itself didn't get damaged, but the handlebars did get bent a little bit. And the foot peg on the right hand side, I was going to say the driver's side, but it'd be like the passenger side, but it's a motorcycle, so it ain't it. It's right hand side. Anyway, the foot peg got bent where it's just smushed up to the brakes. Now, it has fell over and bent this thing, and I've straightened it out before. It's never felt just right while I'm riding. So, it didn't really surprise me. Instead of trying to fix that, I said, I'll see if I can find one. Shake bike bent it first. And just to replace that one foot peg was going to be over $100. I was like, I could get it cheaper. I finally came across the guy who's got one. I don't know if it's plastic dip or paint. It don't look like it's actual paint, but it's blue instead of black. But it was a good price. Yeah, I could have gave him an offer, and I was like, no, I'm just buying the stuff I need. So I did buy that. And a few years, it's been a while back, somebody had been messing with a motorcycle and stole one of my pegs, the left-hand side rear peg, passenger peg. Why they stole that, I don't know. I've had them where they stuck, so I was trying to steal my exhaust off of it one time too. Anyway, I came across a set of them at a price that I thought was reasonable, so I bought them. According to my shipment, it's here today. And I just bought those day before yesterday. So they came really fast. They didn't supposed to come in until Friday. So I got that. I got a handlebar. I found one that comes off of I think it's a 95 model. Some of these comes off of a little bit newer, but the body style will work. I think they'll fit from the 80 somethings all the way up to nearly 2000s. I can't remember what year, but I kept as close to that year model as possible. This one said it's got a little dent, and it shows in the picture that you barely can't see, but it's right there in the center. I was like, screw it. So I went ahead, instead of getting aftermarket, I went ahead and got me a factory set, and just gonna put it back as much factory as possible. Something I have forgotten, I got it in my bedroom. I've had it for a long time, is the battery meltdown hold down for my battery. Yeah, that was one thing. It was just dangling outside the fender, but like I said, the body itself didn't do no damage. So for the last 2 days now, I've been trying to get that battery to charge, and it's my charger saying it's charging. It does have a red light on it too, which I think means that something's wrong. And yeah, I can't get it charged, so I may have to replace it. But this battery has lasted way longer than any other ones. Bought some before, and I think first one I bought only lasted a year. Second one, maybe almost 2 years. This one has lasted me good 4 years or more. I'm really impressed by that battery. And it don't surprise me after that incident, and it been sitting low in the first place, because I haven't crunked it in a while. So I got that going on. I got to get I'm so used to being in the C10. I've drove the C10 for I don't know how long. I hadn't drove the Nissan because it wasn't cranking. I thought it was the starter because I was getting off of work one day and it was just acting up, and it sounded like the starter, and I hit the starter a few times, and it finally crunked with me. Put it on a charger last night though, and my charger, which has a jump setting, but it also has a thing. Well, it's got the jump setting plus something that's about a rebuild, and it said one that said wrong battery, did it a different way, and it's saying something else. But even when I got off work, or no, when I was leaving Five Below, I have noticed it sounding weak. Well, a little bit. But before it just clicked, wouldn't do nothing. So, it could be the battery cable itself, because of the way my uncle had it rigged, and I kind of got it rigged to be able to crank it up and run it, but I figured it'd charge. Finally, I was like, when I jumped it off of the jumper and it actually crunk, I was like, well, I'm just going to first see how much it costs to replace the battery cable for the car. It does have several other things and wires that plugs in on the side. It's like it's probably going to cost like $40, $50, maybe even $60. But I'll go ahead and get it if it's, in that price range. Cheapest I found was almost $200. Like, no. I finally found terminals though. I was like, well, I'll see if I can find some replacement. Well, I found some terminals. I've never seen these before, and I was like, I gotta try these out. And I bought 2 sets. One for the Jetta. One for the Nissan, and the other I might use on the Jetta. Terminals are good on that, but I may decide to change it because this has the clamps for the main battery cables in there, and you can mount 3 wires and setup. I'm pretty sure this is a setup for like if you do a stereo system, which is the reason why I'm thinking about changing on the Jetta, because somebody originally had stereos. Some of the radio wiring is still on there. I don't want to put the stereo system in there. I just like the idea of putting the extra wiring. Now, if I can find one that'll work like that with a Chevrolet without changing it over to the top post. A lot of people take those side posts and change them over, and I have in the past, but I'm keeping that side post on the Chevrolet. But yeah, I went in and got 2 sets for that. Now Nissan and out. Another thing I got that I still got to work on. My mom's PT Cruiser. I got her shifter cable because her shifter wasn't working right. So I got shifter cable. I got a shifter because I actually broke the very top of it working on the shifter by accident. Or trying to put her console piece back together. And that's how I broke it. So anyway, I got to put all that together. I got all that. Cable I got. Shifter should be in tomorrow. So I got all that going on. I have parts that I've actually bought for the Yamaha that's already came in. And including the shop manual now. So I got a bunch of projects. And if I'm not mistaken, I haven't went in yet and checked my bed that is my new bed frame. Should be here that it's going to make my bed and a desk into one. UPS says it'd be delivered today, and I bought it through Walmart's website, and they said it'll be tomorrow or next week. So I don't know. I'll find out here in a little bit. Oh, and there was one last thing I was going to talk about. And I actually was going to talk about it at the beginning, but I blabbed so much about my truck because that is going to be a big project. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be learned. Oh, speaking of which, you remember, you seen the videos, I got the wheels. And which I got the suspension now, the front suspension, where it'll have the 6 lugs. Well, I went ahead and bought adapters to adapt my 5 lug to the 6 lugs where I can go ahead and put the wheels and tires on the truck. And it looks like they're supposed to come in Friday. So this weekend, my truck's going to have big old 17s on it with all-terrain tires. I just got to go get the wheels out of my storage unit and get the tires put on them. So look forward to that part. But now I guess get to what I was going to talk about. Through all this, there was another thing that I had purchased, or I want to say I invested in. Something I've been wanting to get into ever since I've done the C10 swap. And I know that's going to need it tuned, which right now it's still on the stock tune. Well, I invested in the HP tuners. Finally broke down. I got it without the credits because I want to find out exactly how much credits I need to unlock everything that I want to do. So I just went ahead and got the one with no credits, and I'll add it as soon as I figure it out. Problem about it is the laptop I have. Last time I got it out here a few weeks back, somehow I don't know how the screen is cracked all the way through the bottom. But and this one, it's not as powerful and didn't have as much memory as I was really hoping, but I bought it really cheap. Bought it from Walmart, really cheap. I don't nowhere's near $200. I thought, well, so I needed another laptop and I need one just for the tuning. So I was like, well, I'll go ahead and look, see what they got at Walmart. Well, hey, I got a few, and I mean, they're decent prices. I just don't want to get one down here. So I was like, well, I'm going to go try Best Buy the next day when I get off work. So I got off work yesterday. Went to Best Buy. Went up there. Got help right off the bat. Told the guy I was looking for on a laptop. And, telling Best Line, he's talking about all these has got, like, I think the max is 8 gigabytes of memory. I thought, well, you got any that's got a little bit more memory than that? Well, and then he showed me a couple of laptops and said this would be the best at the low end of what I'm looking for. Like, one thing I never gave him a price. I never gave him a price for anything. I was like, and I was trying to tell him one thing I didn't like it because it didn't have a disk drive. Neither one of them had a disk drive. Second, I was like, as far as the price, I already know I found online where there was a laptop that was a 1 terabyte of memory, and it was half or more, even more than half than what they're wanted here. And then I was going to get to the part where these things look like so thin, like I could probably just take my finger and break them in half. But even before I get a chance to do that, or him even saying, well, here, let's go with, let me, suggest this. No, he just automatically says, well, good luck with that. Oh, that, you know how I am with, if you watched any of my other videos, customer service is keen to success. And this guy did not care if he had a sale or not. I mean, yeah, he looks young. He's probably just straight out of high school or something like that. I say he probably wasn't even in his 20s yet, or he may be. But anyway, the guy was a hoe. Didn't care nothing about trying to get a sale or anything, and just kept having. I was like, well, fine, you just lost the sale. He just kept saying, good luck with that. I'm not blaming Best Buy, but I guarantee you, because of that, I will not be buying from Best Buy again. I usually don't call out companies. And like I said, I'm not putting anything against Best Buy because I bought a lot of stuff from them. This would have been the first laptop I bought from them because I actually had money I could afford a decent laptop from. But no, this guy's attitude, it just totally turned me off. And I mean, it was already bad enough where he automatically assumed that I could only do low price, but although these were pretty expensive items they showed at the low end. But I never told him what I could afford. I never said, no, I'm looking at it in this price range. I was wanting to know what it could get right now for that. And then he was trying to say, well, for what I want to do, you got to have this. You ain't going to have strong enough with these little other ones. I already know how this program works and what it'll run off of. You don't have to have these. Anyway, I was like, I did talk to some of the others, and yes, I am going to complain to the main corporation about it as soon as I calm down a little bit more. But yeah, I was like, well, shoot. That's it. I'm going to leave, and I told them I'm going to go out there, and if nothing else, I'll buy the 1 terabyte laptop. And of course, I heard that one guy say, good luck with that. Well, I didn't buy a 1 terabyte laptop. I bought a 2 terabyte laptop for less than half of the cheap one. And this is not just, I didn't need this type of laptop. It's a gaming laptop. I got games that my desktop won't play, and now I'll be able to play on my laptop. I'll be able to do my YouTube videos on this laptop with no problem. And probably live stream with them. I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling on too much. I need to get in the house and see all the different packages and stuff I got. Maybe try to see it, put my bed frame together if it's actually here. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. And boy, is this a long one.